When you turn,
130 amp brushless ESC. 777 Spectrum Receiver Highway 1 RC made build. Lexan body. Frank the Tank. 2.2-inch Mudslinger tires. Welcome back to the workshop here in TandemCTelevision Studios, and we are still plugging along with Willie's Bar and Grill. This is one of the scale buildings that we're creating for the sets that we're going to be using in the series CCG 2084 that'll be coming up here on the channel. Now, a few of the guys around the shop have been helping out. They're just kind of hanging out right now. And in fact, there is somebody that works in this shop that you guys have been asking for. So I tell you what, let me go ahead and bring him on in and see if he can help us out a little bit. Frank, why don't you come on in and give us a hand? Watch your step there, buddy. Yeah, just hang out right there. You're perfect. Now, I'm going to have Frank stand right up here just for size reference as we look at what we're working on. Let me zoom out so you can somewhat see. In fact, I can't zoom out far enough to get the entire building in shot. Now, we've done quite a bit of updates on the front fascia of Willie's Bar and Grill. If you want to see that, go ahead and go back on the channel. You can check out how all this was built. In fact, I'll give it a quick zoom so you can get a close-up look. But basically, this is the front fascia. This is mainly what you're going to see when we're shooting the guys coming in. And I also wanted to mention, I don't think I mentioned this last time, these are all exterior sets. So when the guys go inside of Willie's Bar and Grill, we're actually going to have an interior set. So it's going to be a whole nother set that's going to be the interior. So we're not going to be trying to shove. I went back and forth on how I wanted to do this. And I finally decided, look, I don't want to try to shove cameras in here and try to get the shots that I want. I'll just actually take it, if this was Hollywood, we'd be taking it to a sound stage. So this would be on location, and then we'll go shoot on a sound stage, which is the interior sets for Willie's Bar and Grill. So I just wanted to mention that this is all just exterior. So what we've actually been working on here in this next update is the building behind. In fact, let me move to kind of a 3/4 shot here so you can see depth also. Ignore me in the mirror just there. But so now you can see we've got some depth that'll be going back. Now I'm keeping it relatively shallow. I believe it's 18 inches deep is the depth here. I think that'll be perfect. So when we put windows in, because again, this is all going to be exterior shots. When we cut out and put windows in, it'll make it easier to build interiors for the exterior shots. I hope that kind of makes sense. But what we've got so far is the building behind this. Again, is going to be essentially part dance club, and then the rest is going to be apartment living. So this here is going to be the dance club that comes out on the balcony that Frank's standing on out there. All this is basically going to be mainly glass. So big glass windows, glass door, glass down this side here. And then so from the inside, I want to just have a bunch of flashing lights and this kind of stuff. Maybe when the doors open, some smoke comes pouring out like it's a dance club. And it's like a future apocalyptic dance club too. So it's gonna be a very techno kind of club with just a lot of lights and a lot coming out. Now above that, I want it to look like a little bit of a bit of an older building, an older style building. So that's why I've been putting in these details like you have here. This is going to be an angled out roof. I hope that makes sense. In fact, let me grab a board and see if I can throw it up there and give you an idea of what I'm talking about on the roof here. So it's basically going to angle out like so on both sides. And then I can put some detail up there, some kind of some old architectural type look up here, along with what I'm planning on doing is putting, again, capping this up off top, and then where we could have rooftop access. And then again, we would build another set that would actually be the rooftop. Because the idea is some of the guys, like maybe this, let me zoom in on him, maybe this dude right here. Maybe if I can, where's my finger? There it is. Maybe this guy right here, I think, who works at the shop, by the way. That's one of the guys that works at CCG, at the CCG garage in 2084. Maybe he lives in one of these apartments up top, and then he has rooftop access, and so I can build a rooftop set where some of the guys maybe can hang out up top, and we can have certain storylines happen up there, along with out on the balcony, in the dance club, Willie's Bar and Grill, outside and inside. So we're getting a lot of it's giving us a lot of liberty as to how we can build stories and where we can set them. And I think pretty easily build sets for those. Now, I also want to mention on this side, well, actually, let's take a look. Over here is going to be Alleyway. So we've made, in the past, we made a bunch of stuff that we're going to have in the alley. There's actually going to be basically a gate right here with a broken down, or I take that back. There's going to be a fence right here, like a chain link fence with a broken down gate where, people can get in and out. And then on this side, let me zoom up and grab one here. We're going to have our fire escapes. So I've already got one fire escape made. So these, let me put it up here so you can see it. We're going to have fire escapes on the side of the building also. And of course, there'll be one up here. And then there'll also be one or some kind of fire escape down here from the dance club also. So I think that'll give us a nice alley look. And then on this side over here, you can tell it's just flat. Let me see if I can zoom out a little more. I'll back up. So how it's just flat, well, that's because there's going to be a whole nother building right here. In fact, this building is, I think on the bottom floor is going to be, we had talked about doing an arcade style business. And then it's again going to be just all apartment living up here. And it's actually going to go taller. It's going to go somewhere up here. So you'll have a wall. So when we do the rooftop set, there'll be a wall here that we can shoot against, if that makes sense. So it makes sense to me to make this building even taller along the side. Now, I've only mocked in where windows are going to go because I was trying to figure out what windows I wanted to use. At first, I thought I'll just make my own windows. I think that's going to be too much work. I think sometimes you just got to go ahead and get pre-bought items. I have a bunch of dollhouse type balsa wood parts, I don't know, doors and windows and stuff, just from projects in the past. I didn't have exactly the ones that I wanted for this that I felt worked to scale and would work and look right. So I've actually ordered some up, and so I ordered these up, and that's what's going to be going in these spots. In fact, I did a little Photoshop work, and you can see them mocked up, and I think it's going to look good. I think they're the right scale. I think it'll give us enough view through those windows to see a little bit of interior. If we wanted to have somebody walk by a window, we could. Also, I'm thinking about, because I want to, again, this is an apocalyptic world, so some of those windows will probably be broken out. Maybe they do work, so I could have them propped up and an AC unit stuck in that window, stuff like that. Which, of course, if we had an AC unit sitting right here or even right here, boy, that could easily fall on Frank's head. So we got all kinds of things we could do with these exterior shots. But anyways, this is where we're at so far with Willie's Bar and Grill. It doesn't look like much, but it actually took a little bit to get to this point. Every little thing we do, I mean, just the spacing here, it took me a while to decide on how much spacing I wanted. It took me a while to just figure out exactly how I wanted this to look, thinking about being able to shoot it in the future. So progress has been a little slower than I was hoping, but now that we're boxed in, I mean, this is completely, this is the shape, this is the size, here it is. We're going to be able to work on it much quicker now. We'll be just at this point, we're just putting in details. We got to cut in the windows, cut in all this stuff. I'm thinking about running maybe some gutters and stuff like that. Maybe some electrical up the sides, just details of that sort. I was going to mention too, just in case you're wondering, down below, again, ignore me in the mirror there. Down below here, Willie's Bar and Grill is going to extend all the way back, along with the dance club extending all the way back. So our diamond plate trim here, that's going to extend on back this way. So it's just up above the dance club. That's basically going to be this, I don't know if I want to call it new style, but this new look of a building, which is kind of old. I don't even know how. I'm so not an architectural person. I don't know what you would call it, but kind of I'm thinking almost of like Boston brownstones or something like that. So, that kind of look up above. In fact, the building that we're going to be building over here, the building that's going to go up beside it, I'm thinking about doing very detailed what would you call it? Ornamental. There we go. Using a lot of ornamental doorways and windows and that kind of stuff in that building. I think that would look really cool as a contrast next to each other. This is all going to be gray. This is all going to be the same color, gray as Willie's Bar and Grill. And I'm thinking about doing that one like red brick, just to get those contrasts. So as you go down the street, you got a lot of contrast to different buildings. Anyways, that's my idea. Let me know what you think. How would you, or do you think all the buildings should look the same, or should we do different styles? But just let me know what you think down in the comments down below, because we're going to do, again, there's going to be an alleyway here. We'll probably end up building one more building on that side, and then there's going to be multiple buildings that way. So because we got to do, we're going to do the arcade, we're going to do a grocery store, all being like kind of like downtown living where everything's on the first floor, and then there's either office space or actually some, what I would probably do with some of the buildings is like there'll be a grocery store down here, and above it might just be vacant. We might just do empty buildings. Where everything's just been vacated because not that many people are living downtown anymore, that kind of thing. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you would arrange the city in an apocalyptic kind of cyberpunk world. How would you arrange these buildings? Let me know down in the comment section. Also, hit that like button if you would. It really does help out here at the channel. And check out the links down below. We've got a Death Wish coffee affiliate and a Star Bond glue affiliate. So if you drink coffee or you use glue, CA glue, check the links down below. It really helps out the channel if you use those. I really do appreciate you guys that have been doing that. Leave me those comments, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with these updates. And when CCG 2084 comes out, you'll get updated on that. And then, of course, when you're out and about the city and maybe you go to your apocalyptic grocery store, maybe an apocalyptic pizza joint, when you order your pizza pie, let that guy know behind the counter, hey, check out TandemCTelevision Studios. You should go subscribe too. See you next time. Bye-bye.